Hello, it is I, Alistair. I am naturally being natural on camera right now. This is how I stand normally. I don't know if you guys can hear me well. We shall hope so. But the microphone is now there, carefully poised on a tripod, on which one of the legs isn't actually on the floor. We'll see. So, this is a slightly different setup. It's complicated, okay? You guys will understand, but the camera is carefully poised on two toilet rolls on the windowsill. Everything is pretty much snazzy slippers. One does not wear slippers in one's kitchen. So, a chef uniform. If you guys want to buy me a chef uniform, knock yourself out. I'm not made of money. So, I've got hand camera here. I've got mug camera here. Microphone. My hairy journal contains the ingredients list and also a list of people I hate, which I probably shouldn't show. And then I have a short series of instructions printed out on a sheet of A4 paper. If this works, I'll give you the recipe in Discord later on, although I'm assuming nobody ever does this stuff. I should point out to you guys that I've never made a pizza before, and because I don't live near a large supermarket, I have basically replaced almost all of the ingredients with other ingredients. So, instead of bread flour, I mean, how important can bread flour be? It's all just white powder, right? I will be using plain flour, but with yeast. But it's a very flat pizza in theory, so it shouldn't need to raise much anyway. It'll be fine. I don't have passata, and they didn't sell passata. And I got a weird look when I asked if they sold passata, like, why would we sell passata? We're a small shop. So instead of that, I have tomato and basil kind of vague sauce, which to be honest looks and smells like it's effectively the same as passata, so that'll do on pizza. I honestly, no, AK Meister, it'll be fine. As long as I can eat it, that's all that matters. So, what we'll do to begin with, it says make the base. So, I'm not going to send you the pizza, Jess, it's my fucking pizza. I can't afford to keep mailing you stuff, it's expensive. You want me to tell everyone how much I paid to mail you the World of Warcraft Collector's Edition? You don't want to know. You don't want to know how much I paid to mail that thing. But I figured since most of you guys are here to see me fuck up, it doesn't really matter if things go horribly wrong, because after all, it is a baking stream and people want to see disaster. People want to see the world burn. Unfortunately, ovens are much safer than that, so the most I can burn is my pizza. The music is just a Monster Cat playlist. I have no idea what it's like, except the first song sounded fine, so if it's too loud, well, chances are Jess will have to telephone me because I have no other way of knowing unless I read chat, and to be honest, it's mostly just people bullying me right now. So, to begin with, we need... I'm not going to throw and spin the dough. There's no way I'm doing that on my first pizza. Anyway, yes, cooking stream. Tell your friends, hype, get people in here, tell them that I don't know how to make a pizza, they'll love it. So, to begin with, you make the base. This is presumably because if you make the topping first, you have nowhere to put it. Basic physics. It's a big part of cooking. So, I will not throw the dough. It says you have to put a bunch of stuff into a bowl and stir it. I mean, I can do that. It's not going to be an Italian pizza because I'm English in England. So, I will need a bowl. This is probably going to move the camera. Why did I put the wire here? This is a disaster. The wire can go here over the fiery hob. That's probably safe. So, I will grab myself a dough bowl. Now, the recipe is to make two pizzas. I didn't really want two pizzas, so I've halved the ingredients like a mathematician, which in theory will make one pizza. We shall find out. Who knows? Anyway, what we need to begin with, according to this, is flour. Also, thanks Jess for your resub. I'm going to do you one of these because I never do these there. It's too fuzzy, you can't make it out. But thanks very much. It's always nice when you pay me money. Put the flour into a large bowl and then stir in the yeast and salt. Right. I'm not going to bother with salt because I'm not a big fan of it anyway to taste. Unless there's some handy nearby, which I don't think there is. But I do have yeast somewhere in the yeast cupboard. Right, so look. Yeast comes in little packets. I'm probably going to have to use half a packet. It says half a teaspoon, so this is a lot more than half a teaspoon. So what we're going to do, it's come in these sachets like this, which I'm going to have to use scissors to cut apart because God forbid they make an easy tear. So what we'll do, we'll cut it in half, and at most we'll use one sachet. I will put the yeast back in the yeast cupboard, like so. See, making a pizza's easy, guys. The flour, my Michelin star is in the post. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. You don't have my address. I went out this morning and bought a fresh packet of flour. I don't know why I'm stroking it. It just seemed like the right thing to do. So, the last thing you sell, okay, water. I actually have a tap, so we can get plenty of water if we want. It says warm water. I'm not going to bother with all the, maybe you are a pizza expert, but the instructions don't say anything about letting dough sit for hours or whatever. Sometimes when I'm making shortbread it says you've got to let the dough sit in the fridge or even cool, but it doesn't really, I've never had any negative effects with shortbread whether or not I let the dough cool. So chances are, as with many cooking recipes, half of this stuff is meaningless. But we shall see. We shall see. This could be an ASMR video, you know. Right, so the recipe, I don't know if you guys can see this, this camera is actually sellotaped to a mic boom without a mic on it. I'm so proficient in this. I'm not going to sneeze in the flour, Nathan. So it calls for 150 grams of flour. I can probably do that. Watch this precision. That's 104. We're off to a cracking start. That's 176. Everything's going wrong. We're going to put some flour back into the flour because clearly there is too much flour in the flour. So we go, I'm making a filthy mess. It's okay because the flour that falls can be used as the kneading flour later on. Alright, so that'll do. That's 152. Absolutely fine. My birthday cake. Oh, you do have my address, don't you? I need to keep better track of who has my address. You can't see the scales? What? Is it in the wrong place? I don't know. That'll do. Right. So, that will now go into the dough bowl, like that. Look at that. How hard can being a chef be? All you have to do is put stuff together. It's like Lego. So, that is now the end of the role that the flour will play in this event. No more do we have to use flour. It's like the shit hobbits in Lord of the Rings. It has nothing left to live for. So, I'm going to leave that over there. Next it says, stir in the yeast. Half a teaspoon of yeast it says. Okay, well I didn't know, Zakina. Is this better? This looks a little better, but I can try and move it like that. Let me know if you can see well, because that ought to, in theory, be like the right place. But I don't know. I'll have a look actually. Stream delay, hold on. Hello, Miko. Right, here we go. There are my hands. There's the yeast. No, that's terrible. See, this is the problem. Have I ruined it? Okay, well, I'll see how that looks. In the meantime, I need a teaspoon so that I can measure stuff in teaspoons. This is a teaspoon. We're going to put that up there for now. I don't really know like exactly where this camera's pointing. I think it's pointing here. So in theory, this should be perfect, but we'll see. I don't think I even need the scales anymore, to be honest. Oh, I've got flour all down my front. Oh, it's terrible. It's fine. I don't mind. Okay, so yeast I'm not really familiar with. I know it can be an infection. I don't know what that means, but hopefully I don't get one of those. I'm going to pour some yeast into this teaspoon accurately. How much do I need? Half a teaspoon? That's not even very much. That's probably about half a teaspoon, maybe. It's probably, yeah, it'll be fine. So we dollop that in there. Do I actually need any more? No, I don't need these anymore. These are done with. Pizza's easy. But I will need a measuring jug at some point in the future. So now I have to figure out what to do with an open sachet of yeast. We'll deal with this later on. We'll put that in there. I'll give my hands a quick wash because I don't want them raising by themselves. People will think I'm a Christian. So, I'm going to wash my hands. And then it says, stir in the yeast and make a well. Right, it's just a spoon. I mean, who has measuring spoons? When I get like 100 viewers doing cooking streams, guys, then I will buy cooking stuff. But for now, cooking will have to be a side objective for me. I mean, ultimately, I'm going to eat this pizza, so it doesn't matter what it tastes or looks like. What was I doing? I was getting a spoon. That's right. What kind of spoon do I want? I'll have one of these. A ladle spoon, tablespoon thing. Right, so I'm gonna stir in the yeast. It's probably not as exciting as you might have thought, because I'm just stirring a bunch of powder with a bunch of powder. But apparently you have to do it, so there it goes. Look at that. Love these. I don't think I need these anymore. These can go there. Very threatening looking things. I'm pale? Fuck off, Jess. When people see you in the street, they're wondering whether you're radioactive and about to turn into a superhero. She was so pale she got declined for Twilight. Right, so that's probably stirred. Now it says make a well, and as I understand it, you have to kind of push it out to the sides like that to make a well. Again, it doesn't really matter, it's just for show, right? Hopefully, maybe. So, oh god, I'm making a filthy mess. That can go like that. Now, it says, pour in 200 milliliters of warm water. Okay. I'm a twat. You're a twat. Right. Warm water, people down south can actually get for free from a tap. So, I'm going to wait until the water's warm, and then I'm going to pour some into this measuring jug here. Then you combine them. Oh, and you need some olive oil too. Okay, so a tablespoon of olive oil is quite a lot. Thank you for subbing someone. Fuck, who was it? I didn't see the bot. Oh, Kat. Thank you, Kat, for your resub. That's very kind. I do appreciate that. Welcome, thank you. Jolly good show. This is warm water now, so we're going to get 200 milliliters of warm water. Not to be confused with cold water. There. That's 200 milliliters of warm water, and we'll need a tablespoon of olive oil, which I have here. Right. Sorry, fuck who was it, but thanks for resubbing. So Mercline, if you guys hype enough, this is going to sound sad to me. If you guys hype enough, I will see it in chat, you see. Because my phone will be all like... Whereas normally... No pineapple on pizza. Could you please... No. Fruit is not for pizzas. I'm sorry guys, but I'm going to have to put my foot down. It's bad enough people put cheese on pizza. Anyway, we're going to put in the water here. And then I'm going to put a tablespoon of olive oil in. Like watch this. This is a tablespoon. I'm assuming it just goes in. Yeah, it looks like it. Now, if you mix it all together, apparently it makes a dough. It might not make a dough because it's probably all kinds of the wrong kind of stuff. Hello, Willow. I don't know how to make a pizza and almost all of my ingredients are not the right ingredients. It's going to be brilliant. How are you this morning? So, I'm now going to mix this and hopefully it comes together to make a dough. Otherwise, I've done something wrong. It's really liquidy already. This could be a problem. If it doesn't come together, I may have to add arbitrary amounts of flour until it works. We shall see. Chances are, I'm going to have to improvise. Yeah, please don't put pineapple on pizza, guys. It's criminal. This has not come together to make a dough. So, I may have fucked up. Oh! I know what's happened. I didn't have the water. Okay, back to the flour cupboard. We can recover this. I'll just make 2 pizzas. It's fine, guys. Like, it's really hard walking around your kitchen and cooking as well as trying to do things. It's alright, don't worry, guys. We'll just add some more until eventually we'll have enough for the right thingy amounts. So, cooking is hard. Hello, Gabby. How's it going? I don't know how to cook a pizza, but I'm trying anyway. So we're going to add another 150 grams of flour until this thing resembles some kind of dough. There, that's about right. I'll also have to add a little bit more yeast because testicles, that's why. So we'll put another half of what's it into the thingy. There's always something that goes wrong in cooking, you know? No one ever gets it right first time, so we'll have to actually mix that in the mixing thing. When I add, you know, I'll just make 3 pizzas eventually. Thank you so much, Gabby, for the resub. I saw that. 8 months. I can't actually hear resub alerts, so if you guys are subbing, I do apologise if I missed it. But thank you, Gabby, for 8 months. 8 months is a ridiculously long time. So I'm very grateful. You're lovely and marvellous. Gabby's a streamer, by the way, guys, and I've hosted her quite a few times, so I'm sure you're familiar with her, but she streams Counter-Strike and Overwatch more recently. So, in theory, we're going to stick all of this bollocks into the bollocks bowl. This can fuck off now, so I won't do this anymore. Right. Splitting. If this doesn't make a dough, I'm going to turn my computer off. But it ought to. It'll make a lovely, lovely squishy dough. Unless there's too much flour, but this is looking dough-like already. I've got an email, apparently. That might be someone donating, or it might just be an email. So either way, thank you, whoever emailed me, that's very kind of you. I think at some point you're meant to use your fingers for making this. Look, guys, it's a dough. Ooh. Definitely a dough. Absolutely brilliant. So, ring me? What? Don't ring me. Did you just make a donation joke? Jay. Come on. Come on, you're a mom. Set an example. Set an example. It's fine, Jessica. Oh, the spoon is stuck inside. It's kind of like, yeah, this is fine. I would say this is about right. So, I mean, it's sticky as fuck, but everything great is sticky. Okay. Jolly marvellous. We're just going to make the dough. I mean, it's sticky, but there's really not a lot I can do about that. So chances are... I don't get emails for donations, Sakuna, for resubs, so it may have just been a random donation or if it was a donation, thank you, Zal, I don't know. I don't hear alerts right now. I wanted to set up a system where I had earbuds, but it's really impossible to set that up. I can have it so I can hear the stream from my portable telephone, but if I set that up then I'll hear my voice twice, which will drive me nuts, and then a third time and a fourth time, and eventually I'll end up just sticking my face in the dough. My mods are lovely, Zal. Well, most of them. Okay, this is quite sticky, but chances are it'll be absolutely fine once I put it in the oven. So, I'm now going to read the next step of the ingredients. Hand cam is placed over the alerts. What a disaster. I should probably fix that. Hold on, I'm just going to dough up my keyboard. No, actually, it really is worth washing my hands first. It occurs to me that I'm adding water to what is already a sticky glue, so I'm probably going to come back with a keyboard stuck to my hand. Hold on, friendos. Don't worry guys, I'm back. Now the alerts should be on top of the camera that's here, up there, but there. Anyway, I need to next. It says it's meant to be wet, so that's fine. Cover with a tea towel and set aside. That seems largely like an optional step.
Look who it is, everyone.
You can leave the dough to rise if you like, but it's not essential. Well, if it's not essential, fuck that. Making the sauce is next. To make the sauce, it says you have to mix passata and basil. Now, I didn't have passata. Why am I folding my arms? I'm going to go back into my, seductive pose. I didn't have passata, so instead, I bought pasta sauce. It's probably almost exactly the same, except cheaper. If it's not, well, I'm the one eating it, so it doesn't matter. So, I didn't even have to ask a girl to open it for me. Oh no, it's gone everywhere. Okay, it's fine. So, I mean, it even smells the same as what pastas have on them. Anyway, to make the sauce, you have to mix passata, basil and crushed garlic. So, hey look, there's only a small shop where I live. Bollocks going to a supermarket. I have here, in my herb cabinet, some basil. Even though that has basil in, I'm going to add basil anyway, because it's the name of the guy from Fawlty Towers, and it's also Beaker's real name. Spoilers. And then it also says garlic. I bought garlic, but unfortunately it comes in 3 garlics at a time, and each garlic is like an orange with 50 segments, so each garlic is actually like 30 garlics. So really, I've bought enough garlic here for about 75 pizzas. So, I know, Jess, it's fine. I'm not going to use all the basil, that would be a horrible, terrible idea. So, as I understand it, with a garlic, you have to peel off all the crap, well, enough of it, but really you want one of these, which does look a little bit like the kidney of a small animal, but really, it's fine. So you have to peel off all the terrible flaky stuff, and then I think you're just meant to cut it into little bits and put it into the sauce. So, I'm not making 75 pizzas. There is no amount of money that would be worth, simply because I'd have to mail them to everyone and I'd basically be a glorified pizza delivery boy. So, what we're going to do... I have enough webcams! I don't even have more webcams. This is a backup terrible webcam. So, I'm going to need some kind of knife. This is probably the most suitable knife I can find. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut into this.
Have fun stream and have fun making the pizza.
Oh god.
I wish you the best.
This is too big. I'm going to have to try a different knife. I'm sorry.
Will make me that old pineapple pizza.
This is probably a better size. So, we're going to try not to decapitate my fingers. Oh god. Did somebody donate again? Thank you very much, whoever donated. You guys are marvellous. It may have been Zaltrez, but no, I don't have a garlic press. Do you think I'm made of money? Do you want me to put together a cooking stream wish list on Amazon? Because I'll do it. Anyway, that's all that stuff peeled off. So, there's going to be flour in this sauce. It's going to be amazing. I'm doing the best with what I have, and I am not a cook. This is why I do baking streams, guys. I don't cook. This is kind of a chopping board, okay? Kind of. I mean, I have a chopping board, but this acts as one. So it's alright, don't worry. I don't cook often, guys. Well, I kind of cook, but I don't really cook. I just use the oven. These probably need to be smaller yet, so I'm going to keep cutting them until they're really small. And, oh, I see blood. You're probably not meant to cut yourself on Twitch. So I'm going to be very careful here. I don't want to eat any of these, but if I don't cut them, I will end up actually eating the chunks, so... Jesus Christ, we're fine. Oh god. Guys, I'm scared. Okay, that's probably... That'll do. I'm probably not going to die if I do that. And yes, while you guys are here, I want to start making more YouTube content. I want to put out a YouTube video every week. The hardest part isn't the editing for me, it's getting clips. And so Twitch clips is very helpful. If you clip anything funny, good, interesting somehow from one of my streams, please link it in the stream media channel, because that would be super helpful. So that is a garlic, for those of you who didn't know. Mix all of it in a place. Alright, I can put a tub bowl thing. Here we go. It's a purple bowl because Twitch and stuff. Right. I'm not going to bleed on stream, Jess. She's just mad because of my sexy Overwatch hoodie. Ah. Right, so we'll stick that in there. And then... I don't... How much basil did it say? I've got to double all the ingredients now because I fucked up. I got another email, guys. Oh shit, no, my brother texted me. Oh, okay. I'll have to address that after the stream. It's not working. Oh, it's one of those... Okay, never mind. Shut up. Right, shut up. A tablespoon... No, that's the wrong bit. Right. So it says half a teaspoon of basil. I can double that to... Oh god, it smells so strong. Oh! It's really strong when you smell it like that. There's already basil in the sauce, so doubling it's probably a terrible idea. So I'll just put a little bit in, like that. Oh. Hey, I never pretended to be good at this, guys. If I made everything that was fine and great, it would be a really boring stream. So, how much of the goo do we want? 100 milliliters of goo. Okay. So, which one's milliliters? That's milliliters. So, we'll just... I can't really see the measurements because it's an old jar. If I get soggy pizzas, it's going to be a big problem. That'll do, that's 100 milliliters of goo, maybe. Is it? Yeah, that's almost perfect. Now I have masses of this stuff left over. Yes, please, Hannah. Drive over. Right, I've got sticky hands. That's a huge problem. Right. Okay, marvellous. Now I can pour this into here. It's not pouring very well because it's dew. I'll just give it a helping hand, like so. And then I will stir it. This doesn't actually look like it's enough, to be honest, but maybe it'll spread well. Okay, that'll do. I reckon that's probably enough. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. It says roll out the dough. I've been putting this off, but I'm going to have to do it at some point. So, I'm going to brush away all the garlicky stuff to the side. I'll deal with that a bit later on. We don't want garlicky dough, although it won't really matter. And then we'll need a bit of flour on here. That'll be fine. Well, I don't know. The sauce is in theory enough, but we'll see. You reckon more sauce? Okay, fine. We'll do a little bit more sauce. Just until it looks like a slightly higher amount. That'll do. God. The jar's got all disgusting now. Right. Excellent. So, now, I'm the messiest cook. Yes. Yes, I am. But to be fair, I'm quite anxious and I'm in a hurry and I'm on stream, so it's a little harder. That's probably enough. If there's too much, I can just feed it to a cat or something. Give the dough a quick knead and split it into 2 balls and then roll it into rounds. Well, for that, I will need Mr. Rolling Pin. It's so sticky, holy crap, this is going to be a disaster. Okay, well we can get rid of that over there. Split this into 2 balls, like equal sized balls ideally, although sometimes the right one is a little bigger. It's so sticky, this is going to be terrible, but this is the bit where it's not going to work. It's going to be the bit where it doesn't work. Right. Oh, it's quite a nice feeling. Right, so it's less sticky now, that's good. It's needed a little bit of flour. So we'll do 1 ball at a time. I'm not going to spin it up in the air, like I just don't care, because that would be terrible. But I don't... How is this going to work? The dough needs to be very thin. Lift the rounds onto 2 floured baking sheets. I definitely don't have those. I should probably have done that. I'm going to put the oven on real quick. Save some time. It doesn't actually say... Well, there. Oh god, that's quite hot. Okay. So, let me just find something that can substitute for a baking sheet. What I can do is have this, and I could put some grease-proof paper on it, or flour. Flour would probably do. I don't know. mean, this is a big. Actually, this wouldn't be big enough for two. I'll just get two small ones and then flour them up. That'll work. I'm not even sure if I have to. I'll see how big the pizzas are first, because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fit these onto any trays I have. Hold on. Right. So, it's got to be really thin. This might not raise, this might not work at all, because like I say, I didn't have bread flour. So, oh god, it's still sticking. I'm going to need to add some more flour to stop it sticking, I think. Possibly, we'll see how sticky it gets. But it's meant to be really thin in case it does raise, which hopefully it will to some extent. They're not going to be huge pizzas, which is why I probably don't need all that much sauce. But I want to make it. I'm going to have to be able to pick it up and put it on something. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that. We'll see. Maybe I should put it on the baking tray first. Yes, hold on. I'm going to get a baking tray first, that way I don't have to lift the damn thing up. Sensible. I reckon I can fit them both on here, so I'm going to grab this and then form nope, that's not going to work. Alright, what we'll do is flour the tray and the roller like Gabby suggested. It'll be fine. Everything will be beautifully floured, and we'll flour some of that as well. Everything's floured. Now nothing should stick to anything. And then we'll just roll it out on here. I didn't have corn flour. I used the last of my corn flour in the shortbread, I'm afraid. But we'll roll this out like so. And see if we... I might have to just do two baking trays, but it doesn't matter. They're easy enough to wash up. It's not going to be a perfectly circular pizza, which is very sad, because really, how else are you going to eat it? You've got to divide it up into pieces, right? It can be a kind of rhombohomboid. That's the shape, rhombohomboid, look it up. That's what it's going to be. I'll make it a little bit flatter. I don't want to make it too flat, otherwise it's just going to fall to pieces. But I reckon that's probably about the right thickness. It's, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's pretty thin. So I will need another baking thing. I'm going to do the other one now, on a different baking thing, so hold on. If I can find one. This'll do. So, I'm going to plonk that on there. Flour nearby just in case, and then proceed to do the same with this, which hopefully, if you add too much flour it starts falling to pieces, but I think this one's gooey enough in the middle that it'll work. Hello potato! This is a dilemma. I can't roll it because the edge is going. I've encountered a huge problem. I need a mini one. I'll just have to make do with what I have. Like a survivor on a desert island with nothing but a pizza roller and infinite amounts of dough. We'll just punch it like that. No, that's not going to work at all. Okay, plan B. Do we have a smaller roller? I mean, there are things here I could use as rollers. Like my icing pushing device would probably work as a roller. Let's try this. Easy. I'm going to have to flour up my icing roller like that. And then just try and make it into a beautiful... Oh, this is so haphazard. It keeps falling out. So... This is probably going to work. It's just a really awkward way of doing it. But, like I say, if everything went to plan, this would be a really short stream. So, we're just going to squeeze it out a little bit more. So it's about the same thickness as the other one. That way, hopefully, they'll require the same amount of time to cook as each other. It's not a perfect circle, but it'll do. So, that's that. My stream is frozen, by the way. I don't know why. So, can we bring it back? It might mean I'm not on the internet anymore, but Jess hasn't called me, so it's probably fine. Right. So next. Huh. Well, it reckons I should just put the sauce and cheese and pepperoni and stuff on now, or whatever it is I have. I'll give it a shot. So, I'm not good with cheese, I hate cheese, but I'll eat it if it's in a meal. So I've got some of this. I've got somewhere. There we go. Some salami and some cheese. So, what I'm going to do is move that to the side a second. It's actually chorizo, but it's basically the same as salami. Now, cheese is disgusting, as you all know, but I will eat it if it is part of something else. So, it says you need 70 grams of sliced cheese. So I'm going to actually need to measure out double. I think it's actually 125 for both pizzas. So we'll measure out a chunk of that and then we'll cut it into slices. I have no idea how to work with cheese. That's hot. What? That's loads of cheese. What the fuck? That'll do. That's about right. So we'll put that back into the fridge. And then we'll remove this from the equation. It's not necessary anymore. And presumably I just cut this into like little horrible slicey things because I don't really know. I mean, it's going to melt anyway, but I'll cut it up into little bits so I can kind of sprinkle it on pizza. Then we go like so. Hold on, my telephone is playing up. Okay, so I'm going to cut these in half once more, real quick. Sorry, my chat died. My video was still going, but the chat stopped playing. So we're going to go like that. Oh, that's a terrible cut. It'll do. Now, we're going to keep cutting these in half. And then I reckon they'll melt into place on the pizza, hopefully. A cheese grater. It doesn't actually say to use a cheese grater, although that would make a lot of sense. Right. Chances are, it's all gonna actually melt. Like I say, I don't work with cheese. It's possible there's a cheese grater somewhere deep down in a cupboard, but I normally hate the stuff because it's gross. And it's too late to use one now anyway, to be honest. It's gonna melt fine, guys. You just have to believe. Believe in the cheese grater. I'm just gonna cut the big ones up one more time. This is basically like manual cheese grating. I'm just farming you guys for ad revenue right now. Trust me. I've got a plan. I'm like the Cylons. We'll cut the big ones up one last time. Just real quick. Just in case some kind of disaster happens. But I reckon it's going to be absolutely fine. It's on quite a hot temperature. I'm going to add the sauce first. I'm following the instructions, guys. At no point does it say grate your cheese, okay? Leave me alone. You guys are so cruel. You're like a bunch of elitist chefs all ganging up on the guy that doesn't know how to make pizza by himself. I'm doing my best, alright? Doing my best. You guys want to come down here and show me how to make pizza? By all means do so. Right. So we have our floured pizza. So now it says smooth sauce over bases with the back of a spoon. I do have the back of a spoon. So I'm going to give this a go, and if it makes a mess of the baking tray, so be it. So we're going to move the cheese to the left, and then we're going to try this out and see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest. Maybe we won't have enough, but I can just get some more. Let's try that to begin with. Oop. Yeah, it's lovely. Let's make it nice and... Because I've got a perfectly circular pizza here, it makes it much easier to, you know, dab it all around. Not like horrible 2016 dabbing, proper dabbing. That's probably about the right thickness, to be honest. I reckon that'll do. So, now I'm going to put half of the cheese on it. Look, it's going to be fine, guys. You have no idea. This is going to be the new pizza. You guys are going to ask me for this recipe because it's going to turn out so beautifully. It's not going to look like half a sandwich with cheese and tomato in it. It's going to be flawless. Like an exquisite gem. They're going to call me Captain Creative Pizza Guy because he literally created his own pizza recipe by doing it wrong. So, that's probably about half the cheese, I reckon. If it doesn't melt, well then I'll just keep cooking it until it does. That'll be fine. Okay, so marvellous. I actually hate cheese, by the way, so really I'm doing this for you guys. I'm not going to add any more basil, even though it's suggested, because to be honest, this is almost entirely basil at this point, this pizza. The ingredients don't... This is actually a cheese pizza. It doesn't mention chorizo, but I'm going to use my artistic chef cooking food license to add some chorizo as well, because I like pepperoni pizza and they didn't sell pepperoni. So, oh, it smells so good, this stuff. But I'm going to be quite generous with this stuff. See how many I can fit on top. Oh, these are huge. I'm going to be draping it. Oh god. Okay, this is fine. I don't see any issue with this. What could go wrong? Now, I'm also going to add a few cherry tomatoes. Because I forgot about them. But they do add to it somewhat. So these are cherry tomatoes because they look like cherries. I'm not going to cut it in smaller pieces. I'm going to be eating this pizza the way I want, okay? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. So, I mean, when you cut a pizza, it all gets cut into slices anyway, so it'll be fine. So I'm going to make a few of these. Not that many. I do like cherry tomatoes, but I don't want a huge number right now. So, jolly good, marvellous. We will put these on like so. We'll put 5 on each one because, no, maths. We'll put 4 on each one because maths is extraordinarily difficult when you're under pressure. Okay? Right. Marvellous. As you can see, pizza number 1 is a flawless masterpiece creation. We're going to stick that there and then commence pizza number 2. It's going to be brilliant. So the rest of the gunk will go onto the gunk floor. Ugh. Hopefully there's enough, otherwise I'll just add some more. So I don't need that anymore. This is a summoning circle for angry Italians. Go fuck yourself with a rake, Jessica. I'm doing brilliantly here and you know it. I have the worst mods. Does anybody want to be a mod? I need some supportive mods that are like encouraging and stuff, and not wanting me to get struck down by the god of proper pizzas. Alright, I reckon it looks a bit sparse, but I reckon there'll probably be enough there. It'll spread. That'll be fine. Right. So, you want to be a mod, Willow? Well, you're just going to have to earn it, I'm afraid. Bum ba dum ba, bum ba da, bum ba dum ba. This is probably going to be the first cooking stream I put on YouTube, assuming there's no copyright claims, which there shouldn't be, because it's Monster Cat. But the last cooking stream went a lot better, but unfortunately I had the power save thing which kept turning my monitor off and stopping the stream audio. So, and the first one, the audio and webcam, well, the audio quality wasn't very good and I didn't have this sexy bonus webcam. So, assuming all goes well, I'll put this on YouTube and then 5 people can watch it instead of the VOD. And eventually, I'll be a millionaire. So there's the horrible cheese that has to be put on because apparently pizzas need cheese or some bollocks. I'm just going to put the rest of this stuff on, and I'm going to deliberately not cut it up, just because it's going to make Jessica angry. Look at that. It's going to be really fun cutting this into slices, just to spite you. I'll do the last one because it won't fit on. I hope that's pre-cooked, otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. It usually is. Right. Now, how long does it say to cook this monstrosity for? It's going to come to life and strangle me. It says cook it for 10 minutes. I can probably talk to you guys for 10 minutes. Maybe, while I wash up. That would work. It'll take me that long to clean everything away. So we'll put the tomatoes on, which are going to melt anyway. Thank you, Purple. You probably shouldn't ever try and recreate. Well, let's see, okay? I will not lie about what this pizza tastes like, and you'll see it when it comes out the oven. I might have to scoop it out of the oven, but we'll see. Bottom line is, I will not lie. If this pizza is terrible, I will tell you, but it's only 10 minutes in the oven, so I'm going to do that now. Jesus. Right. Number 1. Number 2. And now we wait. 10 minutes. Let's go. I can kind of try and talk to chat while I wash up, but I will keep streaming for the remainder of this stream. I will keep streaming for the remainder of this stream. Words. You let me down sometimes. So I'm going to put my yeast back into the yeast box, which is in no way an innuendo. The garlic is going to go into the bin. I'm going to trip over all of these wires in my kitchen. This stuff, I reckon I can just put back. I better put it in the, I don't know. I better keep it in the fridge so I can use it up at some point. The rolling pin, knife, and the spoon, and the other spoon, and the extra other spoon. These can all go into the sink for washing up purposes. Along with the knife, which I didn't really use much. I'll have to be careful when I wash that, otherwise I will actually die. What else have we got? The 3 garlics. I think I have. Yes, I have a pot for garlics. That'll do. Basil. Basil can go back there. It's not that thick, Dennis. Oh, we'll see. We'll see what it comes out as. They're very small pizzas, and the oven's quite hot. It's at 220 in a fan oven, which is pretty hot. So we'll see. The camera pole isn't normally... Oh dear. The rolling pin was too big, because it was in a slightly... It was on a tray with a slightly raised edge, and unfortunately when you rolled it, it didn't roll. It's like a scene from Austin Powers. Ah! It's fine. It's made out of plastic. Right. This is to go in there. These can be washed up. So I'm going to start washing up. You guys can watch me wash up. That's how interesting this stream is going to be while we wait for the disaster of the pizza to unfold itself. Now you have oven sound and tap sound and monster cap. What a cacophony. We don't need these anymore. These are the instructions which I largely ignored anyway. So, I will take my journal. Right. Flour. Ideally, the flour should be in a container. We'll find an empty one. That out a bit later on. Right. So now we fill up this with very liquid. Soft and strong. No, that's Andrex, isn't it? Lovely. What's the chat saying? I haven't ruined anything. What? Stop it. Stop cursing my pizza. I know what you're doing, and it's not right. It better taste good. This pizza costed like, I don't know, I had to buy the flour and the garlic, and the tomatoes, and the chorizo. Actually, to be honest, most of it I didn't really use, so I still got plenty left, so that's fine. So interesting to you guys, just sitting there with bated breath, just hoping my pizza fucks up. Well, we'll see about that. You'll all see. No, I didn't have to talk to anyone, although I did ask the manager if they had any passata, and they said no. So I did speak to someone today in real life. I hope you're all proud of me. I know I am. Right. This is disgusting. Cheese. Cheese everywhere. Right. Probably about 5 minutes left now, so I'm sure you're all very excited. There's every chance I'll spill water on the wires, but maybe not, we'll see. Hopefully not. That would probably cause a problem. What? I set a timer. Calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down. Why do I get more people watching me fail a pizza than streaming quality Oblivion entertainment? No one will ever understand. I blame auto hosts. I bet half of you aren't even real. That'll do. As for this, I mean, my white stains on my clothing are not uncommon. No, they are. I'm kidding. Please don't judge me. Right. Oh, I was going to make myself some coffee, wasn't I? So I don't need that. Oh no, my microphone! Everything's falling to pieces! That'll do. Why is Hannah spamming a code in my chat? What does that code mean? Sorry guys, my microphone fell out, but it is poised very gingerly. I do apologise for that. It was always likely that it could happen. Measuring device. There is no small amount of flour over here from the flour dispatching bag, dispensing whatever. Oh, it's looking beautiful already, apart from all the stuff I haven't washed up yet. I'll do the rolling pin next because that stuff can sometimes dry on. It's already drying on, oh god. Disaster. I did set a timer, right? I think I did. It's been about 10 minutes, probably. It'll be going off any second now. That's probably about clean. Maybe. That. Lovely. I would say that's... Because it sometimes gets dried on, and then it's hard to kind of remove. But I reckon it's probably about good now. So, my hands are quick to rinse. I'm going to make myself some coffee. Lovely. Instant coffee, judge me, I don't care. I'm not rich enough for one of them fancy coffee machines, am I? No. I wish I'd only had to make one pizza. Now I'm going to have to eat 2 pizzas. Right. Because there's a lot of women in my stream, and they just all of the women mods make things double entendres. Alright guys, the moment of truth. Oh god. I'm going to put the heat-proof mat here so you guys can see the potential disaster that we are facing. 2 pizzas is not 2 meals, okay? That's a pizza! That's a pizza, you guys are crazy. I I'm going to need another heat-proof mat. Hold on. I'm going to put one over here. That more or less could be a pizza. The chorizo got slightly burnt, but honestly, I could eat that. Let's get a... I'm not going to eat it, because fuck social eating. I'm not cool enough to do social eating. In a couple of months, later on this year, maybe I'll be cool enough for social eating, but I'm not cool enough for it right now. Oh god, it's slightly burnt. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I better get the other one out before it ends up permanently part of my baking tray. Right. So, the question is, does it come off the bottom? We will find out. I think it's going to be very much a subjective thing, but we'll see. Uh-oh. I may not have floured it enough, guys. You guys that said I wasn't cooking it for long enough are crazy. Crazy people. Ugh. This is going to end in tears. Blood and tears. Do you guys think it would be easier if I leave it a bit? I don't know if that's how science works, but I reckon it might be. But yeah, it's I can feel it going doughy underneath. So, I reckon... It didn't say to do that, Daenerys. In the recipe, I'm afraid. I was just following orders. Of course it's edible. What the fuck, Digital? I can always eat it. I can just chop it into pieces and kind of scrape it up. It's still food. I'm just wondering if there's an easy way to dispense it. Hey, it's fine, guys. I'll still eat it. And I'll enjoy it. I just don't think I'm going to be able to pick it up and kind of show it to you guys easily. If I had a sharp edge, I might be able to do it. Like this. Because that's a plastic edge, that's no good. I mean, it moves, but a lot of it is stuck on the bottom. I'll be honest. See if I can get this one on a plate. Even before Jess criticises my fucking plates. Is it going to transfer in one piece? Whoop. That's not actually that much stuff left on the bottom. I thought it would be half of the base. I mean, as long as I soak that, it's going to be fine. It could be what? That's edible, and you know it. Right, so that's that. So we'll swap this with the other one. Right. I can just soak it in warm water, it'll come off fine. You bunch of drama queens. Right. I mean, bear in mind that I could have just completely fucked this up. I wasn't using bread flour or passata, the main two ingredients of pizza I didn't have. I think I did alright for a first attempt. Also, I didn't grate the cheese, and look, it's still melted. Ultimately, no matter what cheese you put, it's going to melt, unless you just put like a massive chunk on. Ugh. What time is it? Half 4, okay. If I eat it, I'll have to go and switch to social eating, which is annoying. I'd also have to cut it into slices, which is even more annoying. Because I don't have a pizza cutter. Sorry guys, I don't have a pizza. That's fine, look at that! That's a pizza! Please don't unsub, guys. I need subs. If I can't unsub... Wait, no. Oh, for God's sake. You're not going to unsub, guys. That's cool. If you unsub, I won't be able to do more cooking streams. I know you love them. I'll eat some of it, but I'm not going to eat all of it. So I've got to do the washing up before that stuff solidifies completely into a concrete block. Now, do I eat it with a knife and fork? I think I could, because to be honest, guys, that will not divide into slices very easily. We'll try. I can only eat it with my hands if I cut it into slices, which may be difficult, but we'll see. That pizza looks disgusting. Thank you, Shaku. I bought it. It was very cheap. How is this going to work? I'm going to have to get a fork. That would be a good start.
Indeed, Father.
If I just cut it straight down the middle. And then I'll do it into 4 because that'll do. It's not a very big pizza. If only I had a pizza cutter, everything would be fine. Hannah said she'd send me one, but no luck. I never asked for this. I was going to be a streamer, guys. Not a pizza monkey. It does look a bit like an omelette, doesn't it? Alright. Let's try out this train wreck. This is too big, this slice. I've got to make a smaller slice. It's... Oh, God.
Hello, Father.
We'll do it into 8s. Jess, why didn't you remind me to cut the chorizo in half? I swear to God.
Hello, Father.
You had one job, and you didn't even do it. Right. It's not raw. How on earth would you say it was raw? This is not raw. This is the same constitution as pizza that you buy from like shops. There are not 200 people watching me. That's bollocks. I mean, it's just dough, so even if it is raw, it's not going to kill me, right? Probably. I'll be fine.
Hello, Father.
Why do we have so many viewers?
Hello, Father.
There's nobody else good streaming. Fucking hell, guys. Alright. Okay, so.
Hello, Father.
It is slightly soggy. However, if I cooked it for longer, it would have become one with the dish. Bear in mind, I wasn't using bread flour because I am a horrible streamer and a horrible chef. So I'm doing about as well as I can. Oh, it's a cyanide host. Why would you host me when I'm sat here eating a pizza? It doesn't make sense. I don't think you get salmonella from flour. You're confusing it with raw eggs, and you don't put eggs in pizza dough. There's no egg in pizza dough, you cretins. What madness world do you live in?
Hello, Father.
For what it's worth, the pizza topping is actually really nice. Cyanide, why would you host me when I'm sat here eating pizza in the middle of the afternoon like a sad, lonely man? I wasn't going to do a social eating. You guys pressured me into this, okay? You guys pressured me. Oh, he wants fatter before armor. Okay. That's understandable. He needs a bit of a relaxation before he plays armor. That's why he's always so upbeat in that game, because he's freshly squeezed. So,
Hello, Father.
how are you guys doing today, huh? Is this what social eating is? Do I just sit here talking to a camera, peering at my phone?
Hello, Father.
I mean, I can look at my phone. One day I'm going to buy a laptop, and then when I've bought my laptop, I'll be able to actually stream using the laptop and it'll be fine. But for now, I've got like 3 10-meter extension cables to webcam 1, webcam 2, and microphone, and a portable telephone on which to reach Twitch chat. But I'm going to hopefully get a laptop one day, which will also help me travel. Because as you know, I suffer from anxiety and I find travel very hard. But if I had a laptop, I might be able to do train journeys or even aeroplane journeys because I'd have something to distract myself with. So, hopefully maybe later on this year, I'll get a laptop which will make cooking streams way easier. But thank you for following. Any subs or resubs or donations on. I can't see them pop up because all I have is this little telephone here. So thank you all. Thank you to Cyanide for completely inexplicably hosting me while I'm eating a pizza that's almost not even a pizza. I mean, it's effectively a sandwich with only one half that's been cooked.
Hello, Father.
It's difficult, AK Math. This is only my 3rd cooking stream ever, guys. My 3rd cooking stream ever. And all this stuff is connected via a bunch of extension cables to my PC, which is in the other room. So it is quite... I can't actually control the stream at all right now. So I'm doing my best. Would I cook? No, Gecko. I would probably use the correct ingredients. I would probably use a cheese grater. I might try doing it before stream. I mean, I could have tried it before stream to make sure it worked, but then I'd end up with like 4 pizzas.
Hello, Father.
And I don't know, I think there's an element of excitement when something can go wrong. Whereas if I was just sat here making a cucumber sandwich, you guys probably wouldn't be watching. So, just as I sucked massive amounts of donkey dick at RimWorld and gradually improved, maybe you guys can have the beautiful, wonderful, rare chance to watch me improve at cooking as I go. That is what I offer you as a streamer. Nothing more and nothing less. No, but I would have had to do 2 pizzas twice. What do you mean doing it once? Oh, I see. Well, I would have had 3 pizzas then. 2 and then 1. Unless I start... I don't know. This is lovely. I'm not going to suck donkey dick because Twitch have very
Hello, Father.
strict rules about that kind of thing, as do I. I will never be good at cooking. I can bake. Baking I can do, cooking I can't. The only reason I did this was because it sounded like an exciting adventure. Like traipsing through the wilds with only a loincloth and a spear. But normally I do baking, and baking's much easier because I'm used to that. I don't cook normally, I just heat stuff. Womble. So this was a cooking stream where I kind of didn't make pizzas very well, and then they convinced me to eat what I made on stream afterwards, so I had to switch it to social eating, okay? It's not my fault. I didn't want to do it, but I was pressured. Okay? It's a chef's hat, you penis. It's a chef's hat. That's what chefs wear. You uncultured swine. Maybe you always wear a hairnet when you're cooking your microwave ready meals, but you have to wear this. Mostly to cover up terrible hair. But there's probably some health and safety or something. Why is Womble even here? Don't you have video editing to do? This is madness. The bottom line was, I wanted to make pizzas on stream. I'm not good at cooking or streaming. I didn't have any of the right ingredients because I substituted them all with ones that looked similar in packaging. And it still almost looks like a pizza. So I'm proving that I can eat one without throwing up. It's too bad we don't live together, Womble. We could halve the delivery cost. We get one of those old people delivery services where they just bring you hot meals, but it's somehow different to takeaways. It's more exquisite. Oh god. Oh god. It's falling to pieces. Literally and metaphorically. It's all going wrong. I didn't use pasta sauce for my pizza base, you silly wench. I used bread flour for the base. You can't put pasta sauce in a base. Get your words right, woman. I used pasta sauce for the topping instead of passata because it's arguably the same thing. It's just bits of tomato, okay? Leave me alone. That's alright, guys. When you hit the age of 30, like Womble has, and myself, you fear aging less. Ultimately, we're both old men playing video games, and yet, you guys are watching us. So, no matter how sad we are, you're watching the sadness. Kind of like the same reason people watch Big Brother. It is objectively terrible, and yet you watch it for the potential train wreck. You watch it because you want them to hate each other and actually attack each other. You don't watch it because they're cool or funny or good at games. Perish the thought. Yeah, exactly. It's basically the same stuff. It's almost the same. I substituted it sensibly. I even asked the nice man in the co-op, is this the same? And he would have no ulterior motive for making me buy it, so he told me the truth. You're funny. Whether you're cool is up for debate. Shall we ask anybody in ZF whether Soviet Womble is cool? Any takers? Any of his viewers? Any of his subs? I'll grant you funny, but are you cool? We'll see. You feed on the sadness. Jolly good. Wait, did you say bombing? I thought you said burning, you perverted slice of chunks. I was like, why would you burn a ready meal? Turns out you just wanted the anal. I need to... It's a small phone, okay? It's hard to read. But, sure, why not? It'll help get us through the winter, keep us warm. This is lovely. It's like buying a pizza and then leaving it to soak in water and then eating it. Absolutely lovely. Honestly, it's not that bad. It tastes alright. I'm actually going to finish it later. I had a bit of a lunch. And I wasn't planning on having a mid-afternoon pizza. Thank you, Scout. That's very flattering. So, yeah. This is going to go into the fridge and I will finish it later on tonight. After I've done all sorts of exciting things. So, I will tie up the stream there, but I gave you guys what you wanted. You told me to eat what I made, and I did. And I haven't died yet. And there's no salmonella, because who the fuck puts egg in pizza? So, this is going to go... I'm still alive. This is going to go in the fridge. That'll do. I'm just full, okay? Full. So, that'll be that, guys. Thank you for all the resubs and the subs and any donations. Honestly, I'll look at them afterwards, but I can't see them at the moment because well, those of you who are with it up there will be aware that I'm not at my computer. So, I have no idea who subbed, donated, resub, whatever. But thank you to all of you. Thank you to all of you for watching. Ultimately, I'm just a 31-year-old guy failing to make a pizza and then eating it. But you watched, and that's the main thing. Hopefully, if you liked it, you'll watch again. I don't do cooking streams that often, maybe once every fortnight, but I don't know. I enjoy them. They make a nice change from being, you know, a video game player. Thanks for the raid from Cyanide. Why the fuck you would raid somebody eating a pizza is utterly beyond me. But you did. And for that you have my gratitude, sir. So, thank you to all of you for watching. I'm gonna... Oh, and thank you for anyone new that followed. That's very kind of you. I'm a small streamer, but I hope to grow this year. I have all sorts of exciting plans. So, the more the merrier, I say. Anyway, I'm going to go into the computer room and do something, probably host someone or something. Thanks again for watching. I hope to see you again soon. I'll stream tomorrow. If you are new here, I stream more or less every day in the afternoon, or starting around noon or 1 usually. It varies. But I'm going to work on that. So, have a lovely afternoon or evening. I'll see you tomorrow, and thanks very much for watching. It's not a penis pump.
Hello, Father. Hello, Father.